Hey everyone, welcome back. We are still celebrating a Women's History Month at the top of March. And our next guest is an author and entrepreneur from the Bronx that has created several outlets to empower and uplift others to be their best version of themselves. She created her book publishing agency and has co-written 5 books to help people heal through some of the most traumatic experiences. She's also has Healing Inc., a website filled with handcrafted candles and self-motivating products to help heal the mind, body, and spirit. Joining us to tell us more, please welcome Isabel Rojas Lopez. Hi, Isabel.
Hello, Rhina. Thank you so much for sharing your platform, especially in this awesome month of Women's History Month. I'm very honored.
Yeah, and we're honored to have you. And in the work that you've been doing, I just want to share with our viewers a little bit of your trajectory because it's quite fascinating, right? I understand that you graduated from John Jay College and of criminal justice, and you did serve as a police officer in New York City, and now you currently serve as the project manager, right, overseeing at a county district attorney's office, and yet while you're dealing with the real life issues, there's this other aspect to your existence in which you've been expanding on gradually. And it's lovely, right? Because there's that balance that is needed in society, especially now more than ever. So let's talk a little bit about what inspired you to create the Healing Inc.
So as you said, with everything that we have going on, I have been in the law enforcement field for 20 years, and I've seen things in so many different aspects. Healing Inc. came about in 2019, when I got together with 11 of my closest friends, and we published She Heals. And in this book, we were able to talk about some things that how we heal through that and share our, just like the cover, we got naked with our truth, right? Then in 2020, early 2020, I continued the conversation with We Heal, which was the second edition, where we welcome men to the table. Which was very inspiring for me because I felt that we had to be inclusive of men. We have found that, talking about healing and traumatic events is taboo in our communities, right? And I think that with everything that happens and everything that a man carries on his shoulders as well, we don't normalize those conversations. Unfortunately, in 2020, I lost my younger brother, Jonathan Rojas, to suicide. He was supposed to be part of the book, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Take your time about it. I appreciate you bringing it up. We weren't sure if you were going to mention it, and we're sending him light right now, as you just mentioned his name.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So I have been motivated to continue this healing journey I'm still on. It's pretty fresh. But I feel like it is my duty to make sure that I share and I normalize that conversation of how, we can become better at this on this journey, on any journey of healing. 2020 was a very hard year for most of us, for the entire country, right? This pandemic took away so many loved ones, and our homes became classrooms, our homes became our office. There's no getaway from anything, right? So if we are not okay, mind, body, and soul, I think that just creates a whole nother level of layering of other things. So Healing Inc. was created. It has been in the works with the message Healing Looks Great on You, which came from the book She Heals. And I just amplify that with self-care, which is, the line of the candles that I created. And I thought it was just so important to create an ambiance, especially for those that are healing, for those of us that are grieving, to give ourselves some slack.
Yeah, and well put. And I love the language and the title, Healing Looks Great on You. That is an awesome title. And it's a program that you're basically offering, right? You had mentioned something about offering 100 care packages to people that are in a specific mental wellness facility.
So yes, so starting in February, I was able to partner up with some local businesses in my area in the Hudson Valley who opened their doors, which I'm very grateful for that, to sell the candles. 50% of the proceeds of the candles are going to 100 self-care packages that I am creating for the mental health community, which is a facility in the Bronx that I'm going to be dropping those off at. I just think that it's imperative while our folks are battling with mental illness that they kind of feel some hope, right? Some light. It might not be candles because they don't allow candles in the facility, but they're just items that are geared, like a journal that is geared towards their mental wellness.
It's beautiful. So with that, in which you're sharing and which you shared previously, just slightly with regards to the mental state in which we're all dealing in and your loss, it becomes this question of like, where do we find the balance? And because it's balance that we're all dealing with right now, or that need for it, that want for it. And so it becomes a work in progress, as it should always be. However, based on what you're sharing with the books, opening up your own publishing company to make sure that the books are being published. Now you're doing candles. I understand you do the candles yourself by hand. And so just in sharing, is that your form of therapy?
So I'm going to be completely honest with you. It has completely been part of my healing journey. It is very therapeutic to create these candles. When I first started the brand, it didn't start off that way. I had partnered up with somebody, and then I just took it, I took it all, complete control of my brand. And I have to say it was the best decision that I made because it has helped me in this healing journey. I've also incorporated my daughter, which she has 2 of the lines are hers, and she's 14 years old, and is also teaching her. And she's watching me because she's watching how I'm going, how I'm processing this. Yeah, I have my days. Can I be completely transparent? I cry every single day. I've never cried so much in my life. But I want to let her know that it's healthy to grieve and it's also healthy to heal. So it's just a message, especially when you put, we all love candles, right? It creates this ambiance of relaxation. And that is what I wanted. You pick up a book, you have your candle. I have my ritual now where I get up every morning, I pray, I meditate. Meditation has become huge in my healing journey, and it has helped me to balance myself and to help me with this grief, right? Because the grief it gets trapped if we don't let it flow the proper way. So journaling, I found it to be helpful. So I am definitely practicing what I've been preaching.
That's wonderful. And thank you for being transparent and sharing your process, because we're all going through it. And the fact that you've extended your hand out to everyone else is really what we're here to discuss with regards, especially to your books. What are some of the points that we would walk away with in, let's say, She Heals?
Well, in She Heals, you're going to find subjects such as mental health. You're going to find self-worth, healing from trauma. You're going to learn from these amazing ladies that no matter what you go through in life, that you can overcome it and that you can definitely heal, and it's going to take forever. And then nothing is wrong with you because you went through these things. Nothing is wrong with you because of your experiences. It's how you move from those experiences. And no, we're not experts. We're not saying we're experts. We're just letting you know how we process our healing. I shared in my book about the grief, about therapy. In our community, therapy is seen as something that's taboo. So just kind of normalizing these conversations of what is helping us through this process.
And so before we go, where can people find these books and these items?
So the website is isabeltheauthor.shop. You can find the candles there. I have 7 scents that I've created with the line. And the books are on there as well, along with some other items that for self-care. So isabeltheauthor.shop.
Wonderful. Thank you, Isabel Rojas Lopez, founder of Healing Inc. And you guys, once again, for candles and all things healing, be sure to visit isabeltheauthor.shop and make sure to follow her on Instagram at isabeltheauthor. Don't go anywhere because Bobby C's Weekly Sports Roundup is coming up next.